Mm. Having some tea. Very good. Mm. Oh, I'm humoring myself too. Yes, always. Mm. Mhm. Don't indulge in my disgusting mental behavior. I am emotionally irregular. Ooh, I was just doing a random reading. I love Confucius. Nice. That's a great one for today. Well, I didn't. I guess the book did it. I can't give myself any credit for anything, you know. He possessed the whole of the way. Sure. Part 2, page 162. Confucius, according to chapter 47 of the Shidai, was born in the year 551 BC in the state of Lu, though he was himself a descendant of the ruling house of Sung. His real name was Kang Yang Ni, but he also so universally had been called respectfully Master Kung, Fudes Kung, that the Western world knows him only through the Latinized form of this expression, Kung Fudes. Kung Fudes has Confucius. When 19 in 1532, he entered the civil service of the Lu state, becoming its prime minister in 1501. Yeah, that's common. We are right by the police and fire stations. We hear the sirens often. Accompanied by a band of followers who felt impressed by the principle of statecraft, which he had practiced and which he now continued to propound to anyone willing to listen to him in this fashion. For the last 3 years of his life, he returned to Lu, where he died in 479 BC, having continued there to the end of his task as a teacher. After the downfall of the early Zhou, Jou, is it Jew or you? The small state of Lu became famous as the country where the ancient Jew culture was most faithfully perpetuated. Feng calls Lu a miniature reflection of ancestral Jew. The ruler of Lu was indeed a descendant of the celebrated Duke of Zhou and had inherited the historical records in all the paraphernalia of the royal Jew ancestor worship. Yeah, it does kind of help to bring forth more understanding of a lot of the syndication that has taken over the Western world, as many like to call it, for quite a while. Yeah, many have been trying to bring understanding to those things for a long time. Many decades, and how it greatly affects our education and healthcare systems, and healthcare itself, life itself, really. Skills and training programs. I mean, the factories could really use some workers, you know. Huh. Did you say something? I didn't say anything. It's just a rumor, really. None of mine, never mind. It is what it is, right? You can only try to do the best we can to bring understanding and clarity to reality and try to do the best we can. Harmony. One of the 8th century dukes had said, results in the production of things, but identity, tongue, does not. Identity. Lifting that person. I know. Sorry. The sarcasm can be distasteful to a lot of people considering the facts. I can't even begin to express, really. on the real, it is very overwhelming. Yeah, for sure. Life itself is very overwhelming. It can be very mundane at times, maybe even boring. We never really find it boring. Don't too often find ourselves bored. Well, there's plenty to do, really. It's not as though we're in a prison cell with nothing to do, you know? This is a good book. Yeah, do you like this book? Human Personality. This is written to the Catholic University of Peking, which provided both the incentive and the opportunity for writing this book. Copyright 1950. Could I? Thank you. Right back to page 162. They must have want people to really open to that page. Seems like. I don't know. What's this one? It's a black book. There's nothing on it. Catholic Viewpoint on Education, 1959. Library of Congress, catalog card number 59-13979. To my teachers, all of them, who shared with me their viewpoints, Catholic and Catholic. One is lowercase and one is capital. To my teachers, all of them, who shared with me their viewpoints, Catholic and Catholic. We are a little sped up right now. If you wanted to put a triple beam scale to it, and this were slow, and this were fast, we're probably, we're a little tilted in the fast direction a little bit. Is that okay? In that sense. Other senses are going really slow. That's usually how it works, right? Anyways, page 77, wonderful. One of the clearest statements of the purpose and scope of Catholic education was written 30 years ago by Pius XI in his encyclical letter, The Christian Education of Youth, Divini Ilias Magistri. The entire letter repays careful study for its well-balanced explanation of the nature of education, the division of rights in education, the subject and environment of education, and the end and object of Christian education. We have selected here a few central passages of this authoritative statement that will serve as a starting point for the discussion of the theological and philosophical basis of traditional Christian education. We can just say education. I mean, we don't got to get the word Christ or Christian involved. We don't want to offend anyone or have them have to send any more out-of-staters who really hate my parents. In nature, since education consists, it really opened the door for some sickos, drug cartels, pedophiles. It really did. And they got a lot of steam and help from others who really ideology hate my parents as well. I know they really don't. Once you get to know them, on paper, you know, rumors, communities, areas, business deals, pranks, get the non-vaxxers, so many things going on. It's been a lot of fun. We won't go there. Impact of revelation. Let's see. Its nature, since education consists essentially in preparing man for what he must be and for what he must do here below, in order to obtain the sublime end for which he was created, it is clear that there can be no true education which is not wholly directed to man's last end. Impact of revelation. in the present order of providence, since God has revealed himself to us in the person of his only begotten Son, who alone is the way, the truth, and the life, there can be no ideally perfect education which is not Christian education. The common goal. The proper and immediate and common goals are, those can be good to kind of intrinsic values, morals in life. Common goals. Have clean running water. It's probably a common goal of most people. Safety, security from the elements and climate changing throughout the day. It could start fucking raining at any moment. Well, I mean, actually, to be rational, it's winter time and I know that, so I can put two and two together. If something's gonna fall from the sky, it'd be snow, right? Yeah. I mean, I could be metaphorical. It's raining. It's raining men. Hallelujah. Or women. Sorry. Jeez. People. It's raining people. Hallelujah. Hopefully commonsensical people, really. We've been hoping and praying for quite a while, folks. Have you noticed the cycles yet? We can take you back through it if you like, but we'd rather not. We've kind of tired of doing that. Not really. I mean, we can still do it. We got the energy to do it if needed. Trust me. We will do anything it takes to help bring awareness, clarity, and understanding to the reality that which is happening here. And now, amen. It's a good book. You should check it out. And much love, health, and peace all. Cheers. Getting jiggy with our green tea. We're going to make some basmati miso rice soup. It's going to be so yummy, yummy.